on the western edge of the Far East. Lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery, the kingdom of Kurayin. But now, the flames of revolution are threatening to consume it whole. But things like revolt and revolution the furthest things from my mind when I first arrived in this land.
Foreign turnabout. Here in Kurayin, death is not the end. Even after death, the soul lives on in the twilight realm, and priestess can commune with the spirit of the dead. Fear not death. In the name of the Holy Mother, fear only the impurities of your soul. No, someone died. This blight on my soul. I'll have the child take the blame. April 23rd, 4:26 p.m. Kingdom of Crime. Phew, I'm finally here. So this is Kingdom of Crane, huh? What a long trip. I wonder how many hours I was in the air. But just look at this place. Get a look of the street. It really feels like I'm in another world here. And the gorgeous temple. I read that the center of the town. Whoa, and ox right in the middle of the street. Look at the picture of that. Excuse me, sir. I wonder what kind of bird that is. I've seen anything like it. That's quite a crest. Excuse me, sir. Are you? Yes. Oh, yes, trying to answer. Wait a minute. Are you? That's right. I'll be a boy. That's right. I'll be a service. I'm a monk training them and I'll be a what? It's very you. Happy. Yaki. It's a great looking point. It's like look for you. It's pretty handy to know. Okay, leave it a try. Look, it's like happy lucky. It's fake. And I run a small place. Well, I do anyway. Right now, it's a stranger in a strange land. Welcome to our country. Welcome to our country. Let's be new and safe. This is to celebrate your arrival. Speaking of sweet, what is it to spin? The famous rain sequence is called Magata and Kosoban. It's Shim Magama. So it is a right with the white round. That doesn't exactly mean you good right. In Dutch. Be honest, thank you for change. Okay. I'm just going to open the microphone anymore. No, it's going to stop it all through of history. I was focused on the it's about me. She can't do it for this. Yeah, my first project is many on the people that wait for the video. Yeah, so that video. Maya, she's good video, who is my assistant. So the only way out is the end of ascended string method. Simply oh, this is my science so you know this is the beginning at all. My science don't really think oh sure. So that shows actually showing around it to video. As one person I was very happy because she was not able to follow your reviews and over to you should be ready to try the mystery. I mean I won't be able to train my tools. The back I'm ready to do oh you know I in the later section. Oh I think I went for that. So around that side. This country is stopper. Yeah, so we make a solid expression. Or you go first and go to see themselves, right? We don't touch it. It's up temple. Right there in the center of town. It's everyone to Roll 23, 4:45 PM. Temple, Plaza. Whoa, this is even more impressive. Up close. Allow me to explain. This is the heart of our town. Temple was created by founder of Rainism. I'm training right here at the to be Monday. For the people listening out into Wright. According to my word, is a religion in which central spirit of venerate. The Holy Mother was a great spirit medium who could commune with our ancestors' soul. And spirit medium become queen to this day, direct descendant of the Holy Mother. A spirit medium rules the entire country, huh? Talk about power and influence. The main thing you want to see when you come to temple.
On the yokai, don't draw retreat.
Uh-oh. April 24th, 10 a.m. That's of Princeton. Choose your pin. I'm watching the your phone. Put my fear of this. Put my face on further. We visited the temple in the middle of the film. There's the audio on special season. I forgot all of these, so I just had to go and see. I tried and show instructions. So, you can shop of your script will take money and get out of here. You're all wrong. I am here. Yeah, I'm one, but I'm not your average one. I'm actually a lawyer. But anyway. That's not possible. The professor. This is such about whatever. Nonsense. Nothing wrong with the lawyer. Or hey, get back here, you. Objection. Yep, that's it. So this is Criney's courtroom. The judge. Pain? Wait, isn't that her benevolence? What's she doing here in this court? In the court. The divination seance has been performed. I will now hand down my verdicts against the accused. Guilty! Oh no. On the gaps. What? A verdict already? But the trial only just started. Guilty. There's gotta be some kind of mistake. Please, take another look. Seance performed by Princess Rifa are infallible. They show only the truth. But Wright, do you have to question her abilities? But I didn't. Isn't it ironic that you, a devout adherent of Pluralism, would dare doubt her insight? Non-believer will only meet with suffering in the Twilight Realm, you know. But I didn't do it. Your belovedness. Allow me to explain, I beg of you. Be silent, impudent whelp. There is no merit to be had in indulging the rambling born of the criminal's unclean soul. But what in the world is going on here? The judge made his ruling based on something called the divination seance. What is Albie attorney doing? Wait a minute, where's the Albie's attorney? Why is this happening? I didn't do anything wrong. Foolish child. Doubting divination seance is a tantamount to doubting the Holy Mother herself. Sutter. Your Majesty, a royal priestess and its name of the Holy Mother, I command you. Impose the highest penalty against this unclean soul. As you command, so shall it be done, your benevolence. May her holiness grant us her divine favor. Ertihara Juan Hurain. Ertihara Hurain.
Objection!
Objection! What? Wait just the one moment. You're... Oh, me and my beard, well, not what? Mr. Wright, what are you doing here, sir? Well, I'm in it for now. I'm in it now, so I have just to do it right. Your Honor, it's too soon to give you a verdict. The trial has only been underway for a few minutes. Excuse me? Who on earth are you? I'm, well... an ordinary tourist, Your Honor, just passing through. A tourist, are you? Happy Raki. But more importantly, where's this boy defense attorney? Defense attorney? Whatever are you talking about? He doesn't need a defense attorney. Wait, what? Of course you wouldn't be aware being a foreigner and all, but we have no need for defense attorney here in the kingdom of Khurain. We leave it all up to her benevolence, sacred power of spirit communion. Her divination seance determines all. What? But surely you see how unfair that is. What kind of insane court system are they running here? You would dare mock me, you barb-headed buffoon. If you value your life, you will leave post haste, or shall I summon the bailiff? The bailiff is that big scary dude with the big scary gun, isn't he? I'm sure he will be happy to oblige you with a bullet or two as a souvenir of your travels. At the cost of an arm and a leg, no doubt. Now hold on, Mr. Wright. Now hold on. Mr. Wright has nothing to do with any of this. Alfie, I appreciate what you're trying to do, Mr. Wright. But never mind about me. Just go ahead and go see Miss Maya. But forget about me. You have to go now. I'm sure you can find another guide. There were lots more places I want to show you, but it looks like I won't be getting a chance now. I'm sorry. The poor kid is trying to put on a brave face, but look how terrified he is. What can I do? What should I do? Yes, defend! Oh! Defend! I'll be. I can just let the verdict be handed down with nobody standing on Albi's corner. If Albi doesn't have the defense attorney, then I'll do it. I'll defend him. Defend him? You can't be serious. Did you hear that? Is he out of his mind? Heavens forbid. Defend me, Mr. Wright. What are you saying? You can't do that. I most certainly can. Don't worry. I'm quite used to tackling all sorts of trials. Besides, can you imagine how furious Maya would be if I let anything happen to you? Mr. Wright. You are but a naive tourist, ignorant of our ways. But if you are smart, you will heed my advice. Do not pursue this matter any further. Look like defending somebody is easier said than done in this country. Bailiff, throw this man out. Hold it! It's him. Your Majesty, if you please. You have something to say, Mr. Payne. Why not allow this, Your Majesty? Why not have him defend the accused? It will prove very interesting, right, Mr. Phoenix, right? Right. Mr. Whoever you are. Prosecutor, are you acquainted with this traveler? That's Chief Prosecutor, Your Majesty. And yes, I am acquainted with him. He's a defense attorney from my native land. I had dealing with him in courtroom before. Heavens to Betsy. What, Mr. Wright? You're a defense attorney? Shocking. A defense attorney? Well, this is a shock. You may be surprised to hear that I have more than 10 years of experience. I guess there aren't all that many lawyers around here. Your Majesty, will you kindly allow us to proceed in this manner of my old country? But Mr. Payne, I've already made a ruling in this case. Hehehe. Call it nostalgia if you will, but I am most eager to give it a try. I have a previous engagement, you see, a class together with the Mrs. Your Majesty, I agree, we should have a whack at it. It sounds amusing. A score of years have passed since we last saw a defense attorney in this courtroom. Score? As in 20 years? What's the deal with this country? Mr. Payne, I want this barb-headed brought to me on a stick. As you wish, Your Benevolence. Prosecutor Payne will see to it myself. Very well, Mr. Payne. If that is what you and her benevolence want, I will acquiesce. I will acquiesce. As for defense, I hope you are prepared for every eventuality. Every eventuality? What is he talking about?
There, are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Yes, thank you, Mr. Payne. I'm very sorry for not remembering you earlier. That's Chief Prosecutor, or the Incredible Payne, as I am known in this country. And you'll soon see just why. That is, when you're forced to capitulate to me before this very court of law. Why is this so strangely confident? And not only that, but what with the gallery? Just you watch defense attorney will and twist the truth. You can bet on it. Give him chief prosecutor. Crush him. There's more lawyer hate than even back home. Now, if you please give your opening argument once again, Mr. Payne. Certainly, Your Majesty. The accused is charged with 2 crimes, larceny and murder. Yesterday, the founding oak was stolen from the treasure room of Temple. In addition to the theft, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room. The dead body of Mr. Patrol, Temple security guard, and the empty treasure box that housed the orb which Mr. Rowe was in charge of guarding. We believe that Mr. Rowe was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure to kill a guard armed with a gun. What a terrifyingly bold act. I couldn't agree more, Your Majesty. Please allow me to submit as evidence the victim autopsy report and a crime photo. Roll autopsy report added to the court. Crime photo added to the court. It's been a long time since we had evidence presented in this court as well. It's kind of refreshing actually, hahaha. We may rely on the power of the science, but our police still carry out investigation. Thus, any proof I provide is indisputable. But really, well, forgive me if I don't just take your word for it. I can check the evidence out by looking at the courtroom. We see just how thorough you and your police were, Mr. Payne. Such a deplorable crime. The audacity to steal the sacred treasure of Her Holiness, our founding mother, is a crime that strikes at the very heart of our nation. Exactly, Your Majesty. We mustn't let the culprit get away with these heinous deeds. Indeed, such deeds are best described as treason against the crown. Is this treasure really such a valuable object? How could you even ask such thing? Of course it is. Why, still within the treasure is the very soul, the mitama of the Holy Mother. Her soul is still within the treasure. I think I take that with a grain of salt. Girl, you don't believe me, do you? Of course I believe it. Something tells me I better play along. This kind of irreverence is exactly why I dislike defense attorney so much. Your Honor, Your Majesty, what is it now? This treasure, I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. Could I see a photo of it or something? Of all outlandish requests, your defense attorney are truly beyond pale. He's been getting awfully angry about me, and are those veins popping out of his forehead? It's forbidden for anyone outside of the royal family to view the treasure itself. They say that anyone without a proper spiritual power would be blinded instantly. That is why the average person has never seen the treasure, Mr. Wright. I guess there's a national treasure that are off limit to the public back home too. For the benefit of the shameless, uninformed defense, let me share this newspaper article. It includes photos taken from about 8 years ago when the treasures went unearthed. These are the only public photos of the outer box in existence. What's more, the treasure box only leaves the temple treasure room but once a year, for the special New Year rite that takes place at the palace. Therefore, this treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people. Treasure box added to the court record. I heard that there's been a string of theft lately of historic artifacts from the temple. Right, Your Majesty. Inexcusable thievery of precious national treasure for personal gain. And the culprit is the accused. So he used his position as monk in training to get his hand off the treasure. Is that it? The accused family is by no means wealthy. To help with family finances, he worked as tour guide in addition to his ascetic training. Thank you for giving an excellent outline of this case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questioning for the defense, I presume. But no, I do have questions. Even more, but you just asked a bunch. Well, make it snappy. My class starts in just a few short minutes. What? You're still planning on going to that thing? There is still a lot I don't know about this case. I should ask now while I have the chance. Let's see, what else can I do to know more? About the crime scene. Mr. Payne, where did the crime take place? What? As I already stated, in the treasure room in the temple. Oops, that's right. Have you ever been paying attention? These lying lawyers. Not only do they lack morals, but memory too. The appearance has all the brain power of barnyard chicken, Your Majesty. Ho ho ho. This explains why he has a crest like a rooster. No matter where I go in the world, the insults are always the same. Your Majesty, please let me try again. Oh. Let's go with the weapon. Mr. Payne, what is the murder weapon? The murder weapon was the treasure box itself. The empty treasure box left in the scene had a large blood stain on it. How utterly reprehensible using the sacred treasure box for murder. The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed up the altar and snatched the box, ready to abscond with it. But he would disturb Mr. Roll, who had come to the room in the course of his round. After walloping Mr. Roll on the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the blood bloodied housing open and made off with the treasure inside. But the defender is just a little boy. I hardly think he will be able to hit a victim, a grown man, on the head. Very good point, Mr. Wright. But I'm afraid that won't help you. At the time of the crime, the accused was at the stair leading up to the altar. The accused's elevated position would more than make up for the difference in stature. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Ha 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 ha. Mr. Payne, your reasonings are flawless. What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor. Your title is obviously well earned. Well, the accused's guilt is certainly conclusive. Unless there's anything else, I'm ready to announce my verdicts. Very well, in that case, I find the accused. Just one moment, Your Majesty. Don't you think you're rushing the verdict just a little bit? I told you, I have plans to attend to and... I'm late. It's already started. How did the time fly by so fast? You still stuck on that? Well, haven't been heard We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defendant asserts the right to cross-examine the defendant. Did I say something funny? Cross-examine the... What? What do you mean by that? What? What do you mean, what do I mean? I seem to have dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall. A little wonder, a so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in over 20 years. Should I even be surprised anymore? Anyway, I demand we let the defendant or the accused tell his side of the story. Is that really necessary? Of course it's necessary, Your Majesty. What harm could it do? I say we allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty. Though I doubt he'll even have anything of relevance to say. Oh, how kind of you, Your Royal Highness. Very well, as long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne. I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway. In that case, the prosecutor call out the accused back to witness stand. But before we do, I better call my wife and apologize for missing the class. Any objection? Go for it, Your Majesty. Cross-examination. Accused, state your name and occupation again, if you would. I'll be your guide. I'm in training to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide too. Why me? Now, where were we? Cross-examining the defendant, Your Majesty. Right. Let's do that then. At the defense attorney's insistence, I might add. He sounded a little more dispirited, so I must give him a piece of her mind. Well, the defendant had better get to it, and make it quick if you please. The defense? Mr. Wright, I didn't know you were a lawyer. Well, I am, and I'm here to defend you, Albie. Don't worry, all you have to do is tell the truth, and you'll be alright. You tricked me. What? If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. Give me back the Magatam man I gave you yesterday. Albie, what got into you? Don't talk to me. You disgust me. Not even Albie again me. But why? This must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright, being alone by your client. Now then, accused, please give the court your testimony. The incident occurs around noon during the break between the morning and the afternoon dance of devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time. Alright. Witness testimony. The accused account. I didn't kill Mr. Roll, and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I never even seen the treasure box with the green Chinese butterfly on it. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route. How did he know you screamed? Were you all acquainted with the victim? Yes. He used to chat with me whenever we ran into each other in the temple. Mr. Ron was a monk in training when he was a kid too, you know. I bet I'll be looked up to him. But he had to give up and go to work when his family needed money. That's why he became a guard. But at least that way he could still stay on the temple. At the temple. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to palace for New Year's rite. The victim's parents apparently both died relatively young, so Mr. Roll had to support his younger brothers and sister as well. But even with his job as a security guard, I'm sure things wouldn't have been easy for him. It sounded like his circumstances and Albi's were very similar. So, Mr. Roll encouraged me to never give up. Albi, who train hard and make sure you become a monk someday. Don't end up like me, he said. He was he was always cheering me on in my training and in my tour guide business too. Why in the world would I kill a nice man like that? Yes, I see. You express yourself very well. Defend now that you heard the accused's account. Are you finally satisfied? If so, let's draw this to an expeditious conclusion. But your majesty, I haven't even cross-examined the defendants yet. Defendant? Hmm? That wasn't the end of it. It's been so long, I don't rightly recall what this cross-examining things is all about. A judge who doesn't know what a cross-examination is, what fresh hell is this? I really do wish I could remember how it works. Should I give the judge a refresher on cross-examination? No. No need. You just have to listen to me. I better save my brain doesn't exactly seem like a model student. You just have to watch and see how it done. Cross-examine? Cross-examination. The accused account. I didn't kill Mr. Roll and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I never even seen the treasure box with a green crying butterfly. I'm gonna press this. How did you know it was green? A box with a butterfly on it? Yes. You can see it in the newspaper article. Look. See? There's a relief of Coronis butterfly on the treasure box. Oh, this design here carved on the back of the treasure box. I see it now. It's a sacred butterfly said to carry the soul or mitama of the departed. Its wings form a loop that cradles the mitama and carries it to the twilight realm. As you can see, there's even one depicted here behind me as the judge at the judge bench. Oh, the fire. Well, what do you know? There isn't. So it's gonna look like he's about to be carried off by the twilight realm himself. Anyway, I never seen this treasure box beside. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour.
Hold it!
You're not allowed to go near the treasure room? Why is that? It's a rule of the temple. They keep a lot of important things in the room. Yes, it's like the founder's orb in particular. Only the royal family may lay eyes on it. Didn't Mr. Payne say anyone without spiritual power would go blind? I heard you wouldn't be blinded if you just look at the outer treasure box. But I never been near the treasure room. I'm too scared. You gotta believe me.
Hold it!
Planning out your tour route? Yes, I was planning out the tour for you. For me, well, thank you, Albi. I wouldn't have done it if I knew you were a lawyer. I wasted all the time for you. Give it back. Sadly, I'm a lawyer, not a time lord. Actually, as soon as he heard what I am, he's been like totally different person. I certainly don't think I'll be committed murder, however. Don't talk to me, you disgust me. That outburst earlier made me wonder if he's willingly tell me the truth. I better compare his statement with the court record carefully. If I find inconsistency, I can present some evidence and maybe get him to open up. I know one inconsistent. This one. Present. Hope it's right. Hold it.
Objection!
You said that it was green. Ow. Oh, Albie, why would you lie to me? So, you say you never laid an eye on the treasure box, is that right? That's right. It's forbidden, so I never do that. In that case, how did you know there was a green butterfly on it? What? Because I saw a picture of it in the newspaper article? No. Take another look. Look, these photos are in black and white. You can possibly tell what color the butterfly is from this picture. Gah. Hold on, it's back. Did it just move? Volkunta. Volkunka. I beg your pardon. Volkunka is a word in Chinese that people use when they are surprised. You just exposed the lie, so this is the power of cross-examination, is it? I should be the one shocked here by this shocking lack of understanding. But just a moment, if the accused was lying, then it just made him more suspicious than ever. And this just makes things worse for me than ever. Albie, are you hiding something? Please give only true statement. I can't help you if you don't tell me the truth. Darn, I just can't seem to get him to open up to me. Hehehe. So accused, you have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you? Well, maybe I did take a peek one time a long time ago when I was cleaning the treasure room. But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right? Of course I wasn't there. Objection! That is a lie. You were most definitely inside the treasure room on the day of the incident. And I have proof. He does? This was found on the floor of the treasure room. The scroll entitled Notice and contained a list of temple monks' duty. This instruction pertained the day of the incident. And what exactly is that supposed to prove? The accused fingerprint was found on the scroll. What? Oh no. Where is it? It's not here. I must have dropped it somewhere. Indeed, you must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim. Notice added to the court record. No. That's mean Albie was there on the day of the incident. So this is the power of cross-examination. The more the accused talked, the guiltier he pained himself. Yes, it would seem so, Your Majesty. Alright, he predicted my argument and had evidence ready to refute. How many of this supposed to help the accused? See, I told you can trust lawyer and their lies. Her benevolence already said the kid's guilty. Just declare him guilty and get it over with. No, everything is going all wrong. Should I do? What should I do? As I suspected, this cross-examination session has served no purpose whatsoever. No, you're wrong. But armed as we are with her benevolence inside, there's no reason to doubt his guilt. Then I guess I'll just have to poke holes in the inside of hers. By the way, this doesn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne. Nevertheless, I will finally announce my verdict. Hold it! Wait just a moment, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, I haven't seen this divination seance for myself yet. As a defense, I have the right to check it. Is this really necessary? I have to get home and apologize to my wife. I guess she really did give him the business. Your Majesty, I enthusiastically support having Mr. Wright see the seance. You do? And why is that, Mr. Payne? Don't you want to see it? See the lawyer being utterly crushed by the power of the seance, and then watch him tearfully beg for mercy. Well now, I'm sure it'll make up for not getting to go to the class with your wife. It certainly does sound worth saying, and it gave me a juicy tidbit to tell the missus. Ho 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 ho. I've been reduced to the juicy tidbit. Well, for an interloper, I imagine you do have to see it for yourself to be convinced. It's certainly unprecedented, but let's have the divination seance performed again. But then, right after the tearful begging, I really do have to be going. The only tearful begging is going to come from the prosecution when we're through. Hehehe. How pitiful the defense looked, still scrambling desperately for a foothold, blissfully unaware defeat and despair are all that's awaits him. The princess, Rafa. There she is, her benevolence. Your benevolence, Rafa Padma crying. Thank you for coming all this way once again. Your gratitude is unnecessary. This is simply my duty. Barb-headed attorney. Yes? I am told you question the veracity of the sacred divination seance. It would seem the depth of your irreverence and blasphemy are lost on you. I'm just a foreigner, ignorance in the way of the custom of this country. I apologize in advance for anything rude I might say or do, Your Benevolence. All I want is a fair trial for all be. You would imply that the trial of this country are unfair? Do explain, outsiders. How verdicts found that the truth imparted by the very soul of the dead lack impartiality. What fair but trial with no defense and no chance for the accused to tell their story? How dare you speak to her benevolence in that manner? Did you hear that? Did you hear how he talked to her benevolence? What does he know about anything? Ignorant outsider, we won't stand for it. He must be punished. Yes, it's like I really stuck my foot this time. Punish him. Punish him. Punish him. Silence, one and all. Is she standing up for me? Be not disappointed, my people. He merely expresses his opinion. Well, look like her benevolence is going to be more reasonable than I thought. Attorney, a ghastly creature, with soul stained black by bricks and untruth. The word of the lowly worm such as that are not worth troubling yourself over. Alright, I take that back. None of his partly can sway the truth of my insight. Rest assured, he will soon see the error of his foolish way. Now then, Your Benevolence, the divination seance, if you would. Certainly. Naya, my robe. Thank you, Naya. Oh, Holy Mother.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
It's the past. Insane? Song of ceremony, voice. Pain. Oh my. What just happened? An image appeared in the pool. A final message for the victim's soul, the last communication of his mitama. The divination seance has revealed this to us. A benevolence can use the power of spirit communion to project a victim's memory of the last few moments before the demise. So what we saw in the pool is what Mr. Roll actually experienced. In the victim memories, we see the accused raising a weapon up over his head. This is consistent with the finding of the police investigation. There's some kind of mistake. I didn't do that. This looks bad for LP. Really bad. Now do you see why I'm the incredible pain? More than I can express. But even if those were the victim's last memory, what can I do with them? There is it, the face of the man being utterly crushed. Oh, how I've long waited to see it. Isn't it wonderfully gratifying, Your Majesty? Oh yes, very satisfying indeed. Now, are you finally convinced, traveler? The accused is more surely guilty. Am I really the only unbiased one here? Now that, I think we've been amused enough. If you give up, I won't even invoke the Defense Culpability Act against you. You have free to sink back to your own country with your tail between your legs. The Defense Capability Act? What's that? What? You mean you honestly don't know? No? But with all the harbors, well, not only is he a lying, black-hearted lawyer, he is also an imbecile. Your Majesty, I think you better explain the Defense Capability Act to him. Yes, I think I better. The Defense Capability Act, or DC Act for short, is as follows. In the name of Her Eminence, those who would support criminal will be deemed just as guilty. In other words, if you help the accused by defending him and he is found guilty, you will receive the same sentence as he. What? What kind of insane law is that? Under the DC Act, many of attorneys has been convicted and met with grim fate. Some went to prison, others received the death penalty. That's why there's so few in our country today who admit to being an attorney. That as it should be. The history of our court proves that attorneys are black soul creatures who will tell any lie to save the accused. Thus, attorneys deserve to be exterminated. I never felt so much hostility coming to me from so many sides. What could happen to make everyone feel this way? Hehehe. You fell right into my trap, Phoenix Wright. You went straight against me and my brothers, and today, with the seance and the DC acts on my side, I'll finally get my revenge. So that's why he was so eager to have me defend Albi. Chased out and humiliated back home, fate brought me to the foothill of crime. I thank my lucky star that I'm chief prosecutor here. Defend. Know that if I rule that the accused is guilty, you will go to prison too. That has been Albi's reaction earlier. Defend me, Mr. Wright. What are you saying? You can't do that. Your Majesty, isn't a prison sentence a bit lenient? After all, we're talking about treason. One should pay for such crime with one life. Yes, I believe death penalty might be appropriate under these circumstances. Death penalty? No way. You're kidding, right, Your Majesty? Ha 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 ha. Do I look like I'm kidding? I'll have you put your life and your dark tainted soul on the line here. Dad, this can be happening. The Court of Resignation. Our court are well known as thus. In this land where my seance provide the truth and no attorneys can intervene. Criminal know that all they can do is resign to their fates. Oh, foreign lawyer, I ask you once more. Are you sure you still want to defend the accused? Yeah, that's Maya to think of all of this too. I can't just lay down my life. What in the world should I do? Continue to defend, because that's what hero does. Isn't this why I become lawyer in the first place? To help those innocent, to help those with no one's on their side. But anyway, I can't just abandon everything I believe in. So we're back. I'm back. Well, don't hold your tears. Back on my account. Phoenix, Wright. Admit your defeat and grovel before me, the chief prosecutor, for your life.
Objection!
Even if it means being subject to the Defense Culpability Act, I will defend Albie. What? But, Mr. Wright, the defense insists he's innocent, and not even divination seance should be accepted without examination. Huh. For Kun Ka. But if I'm found guilty, you'll get the death penalty too. Even knowing that, you still want to defend me? I don't know what happened in the past, but it looked like everyone in this country consider a lawyer to be a liar. So I can understand if you don't believe me, but I still believe in you and you're innocent. So, all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it. Ha ha ha. Barb-headed attorney, you continue to amuse me. Though your barb jab are proving to be more than a mere joke. Your benevolence. Believe me when I say that this attorney will knock your inside out. That's enough! Insolent, disrespectful attorney. You will have plenty of time to regret your folly in the Twilight Realm. And now, is there no... Not a wise move, traveler. Not wise at all. You should have taken the chance I offered to save your life. But you have made your choice. The Defense Culpability Act will be applied in this case. And with this verdict, you'll both soon be parting with your heads. Jeez. So harsh. The soul of the departed speak only the truth, and I but give their message a voice. If you think my insight contain falsehood, I challenge you to prove it. Insight. It's another contamination. Very far insight. The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. With the pain, the burning vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Still, I can't believe it. A murder after the morning dance of devotion. These are the victim experienced just before his death. As the victim find the memories, we can assume they aren't lies. So how do I break this down? Allow me to relieve you of your ignorance, defense. Did you notice the word that appeared in the seance vision? Come to think of it, I did see words like song of ceremony and incense. The victim's final memory are not limited to sight alone. Sight, smell, taste, sound, touch. All is laid bare in the pool of soul. So what Mr. Rowe experienced with his five senses appear in the vision as words, right? Precisely. And by examining these sensations, we can perceive the victim's final moments with unparalleled clarity. Whereas for me, I can use all the extra information I can get. Now, to find the contradict between her insight and seance vision. Your Benevolence, I ask that you please show me the seance vision again. Very well. Incense? Song of ceremony? Voice. The voice talking, stop talking. Start. Voice screaming. And then pain. Huh. Wait a minute. ちょっと待ってください. Her Benevolence said after the morning ceremony dance of devotion earlier, didn't she? Isn't there something off about that? Let's go to the court. The accused swung whatever he can holding. First, I use A and no. I use my mouse to do that. With pain, a victim vision went to dark. If I notice a sensation that seems contradictory, I'll select it. That's it. That's the part of vision that contradicts the insight. Now to select the sensation acting inconsistent and press R. Or present. Song of ceremony. Present.
Objection!
Hold it. Just wait a moment. Yes. What is it, Pet? You're saying that the incident occurred after the morning dance of devotion, right? That's right. What of it? Then isn't it strange that Mr. Rowe could still hear the song of ceremony? Oh my, you're absolutely right. Is that all that troubles you? Huh? What the victim heard was just a practice run of the song of ceremony. Practice run? What are you talking about? Mr. Payne, if you would. Certainly, allow me to explain. The incident occurred in the interval between the morning and the afternoon dances. During that time, the singer was practicing in the performing hall. Precisely. I was there as well, so I can corroborate this statement. I see, so what the victim heard was the practice session. There goes my contradiction. Okay, so they were practicing in the performance hall. That must be the room where Albie and I saw Her Benevolence dancing. However, Mr. Payne, I admit one detail troubles me. Pass away, Your Majesty. It's a big temple. The performance hall and the treasure room are quite far from each other. Could the song really be heard all the way in the treasure room? It's right. This is a very tall, big temple. Well, how about that, Mr. Payne? Your Majesty, have you forgotten? There's a speaker in every room of the temple, including the treasure room. Oh, that's right. Speaker? For what purpose? Are you serious, Mr. Wright? They're to broadcast the sacred music of the performance hall throughout the temple. That's why the victim could hear the song of ceremony in the seance vision. It was the practice run going on in the performing halls heard over the speaker. Thank you for your explanation, Your Benevolence. That makes perfect sense, even to a feeble-minded old man like me. Think nothing of it. Now, if you wouldn't mind, could you please alter your insight for us? Very well. insight revised. Still, the song of ceremony the victim heard was a practice run through the temple speaker. I think I'm getting the hang of this. If I point out inconsistency, she'll update her insight accordingly. So if I keep pointing out things, maybe I can knock all her insight out of her. I better buy another inconsistency, no matter how small. It's a bit hard to focus on the insight with the seance vision going. I'll try using pause to temporarily stop the vision. Pause! There, I paused the vision. I think I can use M and V to jump to different part of the vision. I'll try moving the Mitama mark on the flashing red panel there. Oh, red. Okay, now that I know how to get around the seance vision, it's time to find inconsistencies between the insight and the vision. Let me cross-examine it. Let me... Okay. Accuse someone whatever you down on the victim. This one is inconsistent. Because... with the pain, the victim vision went dark. But it's dark first, then the... Yeah. Then the vision went out. Fast A, rewind, fast forward, option, select. You're saying that the victim field of vision went dark right after he was struck, correct? Of course, as anyone with eye can see. Well, pardon me, but I must disagree. What? Your benevolence, please take another look at the exact moment of the victim felt pain. Oh, everything goes black, and then, only after that, the victim feels pain. Inconceivable. This places the order of the event at odds with what you say happened. My word. Volkunka, your benevolence, what is the meaning of this? I cannot be wrong. My insights are beyond fallacy. If what the defense saying is true, this is very grave matter indeed. Please forgive me, your benevolence, but I'm afraid this contradiction is something we simply cannot ignore. Hehehe. Now, let's not be too hasty, your majesty. I think I can clear this up. You have something to add, Mr. Payne? 1,000 apologies. It seems the prosecution has failed to make one tiny thing clear. And that would be? On the day of the incident, there were power outage, a blackout, in one part of the temple. And as I recall, the crime scene was in that sector. The power outage must be why the victim's field of vision went dark. I apologize for neglecting to tell the court this detail. I'm afraid it slipped my mind. Or rather, you knew it all along and are only letting it slip now. That is convenience. Pain. The power outage knocked out both light and the speaker. And the speaker? And the speaker. Oh, there was a blackout there, was there? Well now, that has meant everything, does it not? What do you mean, your benevolence? Please share your thoughts with us, if you would. The blackout occurs when the accused and the victim were faced with one another. Fearing the victim would flee under the cover of darkness, the accused swiftly brought his weapon down on the victim's head. I see, that made perfect sense, your benevolence. So the victim was struck after the light went out. The depth of your insight is awe-inspiring, your benevolence. Give her a hand, everyone. Well done! Woo! Long may the live princess. Hey, I want to live long and prosper too, guys. Enough applause. You flatter me. Now, Your Benevolence, the light of this new information, yes, of course, I will alter my insight. So her insight is not permanent. On one day, one can safely presume the accused struck victim in the moment after the blackout began. At least I was able to draw out some new info. And the new info come a chance to find new inconsistency. Yes. What about the speaker thingy? Is it still on? Now to compare the insight with the vision again, let's see what else I can do. Skip. Dark. Come on. The song is ceremony still there. Never mind. Okay, select. Oh. Back. One can still saw the moment of blackout. Someone will hear to the temple speaker. Okay. Oh. Pause. Select song of ceremony. Present. Hold it. If the speaker was gone, yes, I finally found it. This is the gaping hole I've been looking for. Your benevolence, as impressive as your spirit communion power is, it's not infallible. You never know when to stop talking, do you? I hope you realize you are an insult to all adherents of Tyrannism. Defense, watch what you say. If you don't mind that tongue of you, you won't have one left to mind. It's certainly not my intention to insult spirit mediums, but maybe I'm not the one who need to learn when to stop talking. What's malarkey? I believe you said a few moments ago that the victim could hear the song of ceremony thanks to the temple speaker. But then, how can you explain how the victim could still hear the song of ceremony even after the power went out? Oh, this contradiction of facts can only mean that the song of ceremony Mr. Roll here was not coming from the speaker. What? Impossible. What are you saying? That the song he heard was coming directly from the performance hall? That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the only possible explanation. But the scene of the crime was nowhere near the performance hall. Performance is here. Okay, the treasure room is way here. Right. The song couldn't make it all the way to the treasure room. Not unless you meant to say, yes, the treasure room was not the actual scene of the crime. It must have been somewhere else, somewhere closer to the performing hall. What? There is a glaring contradiction in the claim of her benevolence and the prosecution. Therefore, the defense insists that this case be thoroughly re-examined. What? No. This is completely unprecedented. An inconsistency in her benevolence insight unbelievable. Heed not this forked tongue, your majesty. These are but the claim of a corrupt lawyer, a feeble ruse from the feeble mind. But the contradiction revealed by the defense is undeniable. We can turn a blind eye onto it, but the defense assertion is, in the end, meaningless. Even if the location of the murder turns out to be different, it doesn't change what we seen the moment of the murder. Indeed, the accused is standing right there in front of the victim. Furthermore, the murder weapon remained raised above his head. My insight still stands. I hate to admit it, but she's right. The seance vision still make the situation look really grim for Aldi. Hehehe. I doubt even the defense can bring up an explanation as to why. The accused had his hand up above over his head. Well, the defense dares to dream of making it out of this nightmare alive. What? You what? You still insist of trying to tear down my insight, do you? Tear down. You better be prepared to back up your claim. Remember what will happen to that tongue of yours if we find out you're just wagging it. Of course, I can back up my claim, as soon as I can think of something. You appear to be fully prepared, defense. As the embodiment of this court, I give you permission to try and prove your claim, as long as you're willing to stake your life on it. I concur, Your Majesty. Prepare the tongue shear. Chop chop. Chop chop. Choo choo. Yes, that's how the bailiff fetched them. I think I saw a suitable pair in the basement. Chop chop. Stop. Stop. I heard that lying lawyers have several tongues to spare. I'm sure he won't miss one. Yikes, these people are actually serious. I rather attach to my tongue. Think, Phoenix, think. Other than the raise of weapon, why would Albie have held his hand up like that? Because of the... Oh, God. So that's why. The reason for the defendant's had his hand up over his head can be explained by something in the crime photo. What? Explain why I behind his hand above his head. This one, right? You got it? You got it. Listen. Take that! As in seance vision, I witnessed the defendant raise both of his hands over his head yesterday. You did? Where did you see such thing? When the police had their guns trained on him as they made their arrest. Oh, are you saying? The victim was a security guard, and an armed one at that. The defendant proposed that the victim had pointed his firearm at Albie, and that's why the defendant's hand were raised in the air. For Kunka! So dramatic. Who would have thought the same vision could be interpreted that way? This is not possible. It can't be. Not bad for the knockout. How dare that lawyer devil go against her benevolence? He is no better than the traitor Snake Dirk. Traitor Snake Dirk? Tricky? What's that? No, I can't believe it. A contradiction in one of my insight. There has to be some kind of mistake. I won't accept this. That's right, your benevolence, and I won't accept it either. That goes and get all we hold secret. Throw him in the jail immediately for less majesty. What? Yeah, you said it. Throw him to jail. Yes, make him pay for the way he disrespects your benevolence. These people are definitely not my fan right now. As the money here. Silence. Please. Give me peace. I say peace. Now, everyone, please calm down. You see, the magistrate is assigned this black-headed attorney a suitable punishment. No, I can't charge him with less majesty. What? But why not, your majesty? He was simply following the proper procedure of defending the accused. There's nothing unlawful about that. But your majesty, don't you want to this up, try it out quickly. Why not just give your verdict? Then you can go home and make it up to your wife. But we can't end the trial now. Not when we just learn new information about the case. What? Your Majesty, not you too. You would honestly entertain the idea that my insight contains contradiction. Your insight, not your sins. Truly, this is shocking. In 20 plus years since the DC Act went to effect, such thing has never occurred. To be honest, I didn't even want to believe either. But with his life on the line, the defense pointed out an inconsistency, and it's our duty to scrutinize it to the satisfaction of the law. You dare go against the royal priestess, you non-believer. No, my faith is as strong as ever, but I have duty to make a fair ruling in this trial. If you insist on interfering with that process, your benevolence, I am afraid I must request your removal from this courtroom, royal priestess or not. What? I'll have you know, your benevolence. Please, request this in this, your benevolence. If Luke kills, I won't forget this offense, Barb had. I do not admit defeat. I won't. Bailey, please see her benevolence out. Yumtama will face due retribution in the Twilight Realm, and demon they'll pluck the barb right off the stupid head. Ha 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 ha. I hope your suffering will be super duper painful. And I hope they'll throw you into the lake of burning fire, yeah. And then oh, that's childlike. I guess she is a teenager after all. Now then, defense? Mr. Light, was it? It's right. Mr. Wright. Phoenix right. Phoenix always right. Mr. Perfect. Of course, Mr. Wright. My apologies. Well, now that we have this newly uncovered fact, I suggest we proceed with arguments. Thank you, Your Majesty. Yes, but do not misunderstand me. This doesn't mean I trust you completely. I'll be keeping a close eye on you, so don't ever think about lying to this court. I understand, Your Majesty. Phew, maybe now we can finally run a real trial. Hehehe. Argument, Your Majesty. Very well, I accept your challenge. Huh? What with him? Hehehehe. Oh, the look on your face, Mr. Wright. It's just too hilarious. What's so funny, Mr. Payne? The defense still doesn't get it. The truth he unheard is going to bury him and his case instead. What do you mean by that, prosecutor? I told you, it's chief prosecutor. Yes, because that's the thing to focus on right now. The defendant is digging his own grave. Consider this, Your Majesty. Why would the victim, a security guard, point a gun at the accused? Oh, indeed, because the accused was about to commit a theft. It's the only logical explanation. What? That does sound pretty logical actually. It doesn't help the accused situation at all. If anything, it could make him look even more guilty. Yes, I have to agree. Allow me to spell out the truth the defense didn't bother to think through. Mr. Roll came across the accused just as he was trying to steal the treasure. The guard pointed his gun at the accused, and then when the power went out, the accused murdered the victim and hid the body in the treasure room. A hand shrug from moving heavy treasure around is stored in the treasure room. The accused could have easily moved the body with that. And after all that hard work to knock down the inside, back to the old familiar corner once more. Mr. Wright, do you have any rebuttal? I'm drawing out the blank here. Hehehe, I hope you're ready to climb the scaffold. I asked you a question, defend. Got nothing. I can think of any ground for an objection. The only thing I can do is point and ask the defendant himself what happened. But I don't know if Alba will cooperate with me or not. Albi? Will you tell us what really happened? You don't have to say anything, accused. Fall for his evil threat, you will only dirty your own soul. Albi, you have to tell me the truth. I can't help you unless you do. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry. Why won't he trust me? Is that it? Is this the end for both of us? They gotta die so soon. Maya, I'm sorry. Maya looked dead. Please. I never met a real lawyer before. Everybody always told me they're bad people who help dirty criminals go free. I never thought a lawyer would actually try to help me, who actually believe in me, would risk his own life for me. I never would even imagine it. I'll be. So that's why I lied to try to save myself. But I'm not going to lie anymore. If you believe in me enough to put your life on the line, then I'm going to believe in you too. What? Allow me to explain. Now we're talking. Time to finally get to the bottom of things. To be honest, I went in the treasure room lots of time to look at the treasure box. Even though the temple told you weren't allowed to go anywhere near it. Yes, I'm sorry. Mr. Wright even saw me once and scolded me. But that box was so beautiful, the way it glowed in the dark, I couldn't help myself. Wait, it glows in the dark? That's right, it covered in the special mineral called fluoronite that make it glow. It's absolutely breathtaking. It's a real shame they don't put it on display for public. Can you imagine how many people would go on night tour of the temple if they did? If only he applied such passion to telling me the truth earlier. Treasure box update. It can glow in the dark. So, on the day of the incident, I was on my way to the treasure room again. And then, when I ran into Mr. Roll on the great stair. So there was not the treasure room stair in the seance vision. No. There were the great stair that connect to the hallway. Makes sense. The vision wasn't clear enough to show us what was at the top of the stair. All of a sudden, Mr. Roll drew his gun and threatened me with it. I quickly put my hand up. Mr. Roll, he acted so scary. For some reason, he had his scarf all over his mouth. I couldn't read his expression at all. Just then, the power went out, so I took this chance and to hightail it out of there. I ran for my life, even now, when I try to think back on it. All I can remember are the gun and the piercing look of Mr. Roll eye. That must have been when I dropped the notice scroll. Which means somebody else brought it to the treasure room along with Mr. Roll's body. Did Mr. O say anything to you when you ran into him on the stairs? What is this, Albie? I have no idea why, but he asked me a strange question. Did you steal it? He said, what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't say all this before. I didn't think anyone would believe me. A grand speech, one that confirmed my suspicion that you were the thief.
Objection!
Objection! It is possible the victim simply misread the situation. Where there's smoke, there's fire, as they say. The victim must have had good reason to be suspicious of the accused. Why does every new piece of information have to seem so incriminating? Shadu, what should I do, Shadu? And what better reason to suspect the boy than seeing the treasure box in his hand? In the course of his round, the victim must have noticed that the treasure has been stolen, and then, just after that, he ran into the accused. I'll be your guide. No, that's not what happened. Therefore, the one who stole the treasure and killed the victim can be none other than the accused. God. Puppy? Apa? What now? Shadow. Where's the puppy? Hey Shadow, down boy. Well, what do we have here? I'm sorry about this. This is my dog, Shadow. Ruff, 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 ruff. You nearly gave me a heart attack. So that's what making his back move. Can you quiet that yappy mad out down? Shadow said that Mr. Road made a mistake. You can understand him? Don't tell me the surprise witness for the defense. I beg your pardon. You're not thinking of cross-examining an animal, are you? Of course not, Your Majesty. Not this time anyway. You have before? Well, I'm glad to hear that. After I have to recess my assessment of your sanity for a second. Reassess. I think I better reassess my strategy and fast. I have to somehow show that somebody else could have struck the victim or with son. While it's true that the defendant was standing in front of the victim when he died, it doesn't mean somebody else couldn't have struck the victim at that time. If you're going to go that far, then I hope it does mean you have another angle of approach ready. Exactly, I mean, who but the accused standing in front of the center could have done it? Unless you can back up your claim, it's nothing more than a conjecture. Okay, come on Phoenix. I know I can think of something convincing. Where else could the victim be struck from? Behind?
Take that!
With the defendant standing in front of the victim, is it impossible that the victim could have been struck from behind? From behind, you say? I see. Yes, I suppose it's not outside of the realm of possibility. Good. Now at least I have some breathing room. But who do you suppose it could have been? Oh, the true culprit, naturally, the one who actually committed theft and murder. The true culprit, I suppose. You have true timeline of event to go along with that? I should know and I have to explain everything. Alright, if you assume the culprit struck the victim from behind, then that means after going to the treasure room and stealing the treasure boat, the true culprit tried to escape. But then Mr. Roll appeared making his round. I imagine the culprit then quickly hid in the storeroom at the other end of the hallway. Hehehe. You're grasping on straw, Mr. Wright. Admit it, you have nothing but baseless conjecture. I'm going to look for something to base it on right now. I'll be? When you run into Mr. Raw in the hallway, was there anyone around the storeroom area? I don't know. There might have been somebody there, but I couldn't see. I was only halfway down the stairs, so I couldn't see the end of the hallway. I see. Swing and miss. Ruff, 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 ruff. Oh, Shadow said that someone was there. I see, thank you for that. Too bad his testimony is inadmissible. You think this is a joke? Maybe the defendant didn't happen to see this other person, but it doesn't mean that the culprit couldn't have been there in the hallway. Objection. You desperately frowning is getting hard to watch, but I will enjoy watching you sing. What are you talking about? Unfortunately for you, the only accused and the victim were there. Only the accused and the victim were there in the hallway at the time of the incident. How can you continue to make that assertion? Because there was a witness. A witness? A very reliable eyewitness. What? Your Majesty, the prosecution would like to call the witness to the stand. Calling an eyewitness to the stand? It's been decades since that happened. And unlike the defense witness, you can rest assured that there is no pet involved. That was low blow. Very well, I allow it. And now, for something we have not heard in quite some time, bring the witness to the stand. Oh, who are you? Witness, please state your name and your occupation. Please, peace, love and understanding. Peace, love and understand and peace, love and understanding. Peace, love and understanding is the name. I'm like temple monkhead. Can you dig? Oh. Understanding. Peace, love and understanding. Haha. Oh, if it isn't the instruction understanding, you're the eyewitness? Instructor? Not only is Mr. Understanding Temple's head monk, but he also renowned Dahmalan expert. I'm sorry. Sorry to ask. But what's a Dahmalan? The guitarist? Check it. Here she is, my sweet serenade. My one and only groovy, right? But you heard our salty sound once before, brother. No. When the dragon and tiger battle. That is some dance of devotion. Right on, brother. The song of ceremony. Playing this tune together is a precious gift for me and my girl here, you dig? So the song of ceremony, the song that was playing at the time of the murder. Oh Holy Mother, may the righteous sound of my Dahmalan serve as my offering to you. Wonderful, a great performance as always. This is my thing, you know? My bag, I make instruments speak, baby. By the by, Magistrate Pop, no Dahmalan class today? No, I'm afraid this trial has gone into overtime, thanks to the lawyer over there. The class the judge wanted to attend was a Dahmalan lesson. Well, you know what they say, baby, never trust a lawyer, man. But transgressor against the Holy Mother have to be brought to justice. Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Understanding. As the treasure's keeper, you must be shocked to learn it has been stolen. Yeah, man, that's not cool. Keeping the treasure safe is one of your duty, Mr. Understanding. That's right, brother. Think here. This here's the one and only treasure box key. Oh, the necklace. And I keep it on me all the time, can you dig? But the sneaky thief went and cracked open the sucker anyway. Total bummer, man. So that's the key to the treasure box, is it? You know it, baby. It's called the Magatama key, and it's a historical artifact to boot. As it has been passed down from head monk to head monk at the temple. The Magatama key, huh? Magatama key. And now, someone checked the treasure on my watch. A real buzzkill, man. How am I going to face her holiness again? Oh, Holy Mother, please find it in your infinite mercy to forgive me. Please guide me. Please guide this lost and humble lamb. Why do I always get the far out one? Mr. Understanding, you witnessed the accused and the victim heading to the treasure room? You know it, baby. Best believe I scoped the tiny transgressor. Would you please give the court your testimony regarding... Wait, isn't he the one that killed in front? No, man. Will you please give me your court for your testimony regarding what you saw? To bring justice against the transgressor, man? Yes, of course. I'll do all I can. In the name of her holiness, I vow to sing not but the truth. I swear to bring. Hit me. Witness testimony. What I saw, baby. After the morning dance of devotion, to go back to my chamber, I got the notion. Don't you know my chamber's on the way to the temple's treasure room? Hey, hey. Any small footstep I can quite clearly hear. If anyone come to the treasure room, goes near. Alba was the only one. Albi was the only one. Before the blackout, one other than Rome. Only Albi to the treasure room did stroll. Song. Tell me I was hallucinating just now. Like, can you believe so the big one after that? Harsh, man. I share your sentiment. You wouldn't want to discover the victim body, weren't you, Mr. Understanding? Like, you found the body as well? Who really is the key witness then? That's right, brother.
After the blackout, I went to reset the breaker and give the power back to the sample. The circuit board is near to my chamber, so I'm always the man for the job. You feel me? Front of the store. The breaker are in the first floor hallway in the front of the storeroom. On the way, I got a whiff of something funky. Blood, man. Really harsh, my mellow. I knew something wasn't kosher, so I swung by the treasure room to see what's what. And it was like, whoa, man, there's a poor Mr. Roll. That's the door name. In the interval between the end of dance and dance of devotion and the blackout, the only ones who went to the scene of the crime scene were the victim and the accused. So, you see, Mr. Understanding, unassailable account is what led to the accused's arrest. Hold it. Isn't it possible that the murder took place before the end of the dance of devotion? Hehehe. I'm afraid that's not possible. The victim was in the performing hall until the very end of the dance. He was? Would you like some proof? How this a photo of that morning dance of devotion taken by a tourist? Evidence. It's Lady Rafa. Mr. Understanding. Whoa. Electric guitar? Suspicious. Mr. Roll is on duty. Or this is Mr. Roll. Who knows? Hehehe. Never underestimate the incredible pain in the butt. So, in addition to Raifa inside, he had backup evidence lined up too, huh? Answer the version. Added to the court record. Notice. As head monk, my monk in training are like my own kids, like family, can you dig? I should have thought I'll be better, man. Before Her Holiness, the Holy Mother. Oh, I'll be confess your sin, my young brother. Head monk understanding, I didn't kill Mr. Ron, so I don't have anything to confess to the Holy Mother. What? Focus, little man. Your faith is weak, like a wet paper bag. Are you digging it? Spare the road, hey baby. Spoil the child, may not, maybe. Her Holiness is magnanimous son. If you confess your guilt, she'll forgive you in the Twilight Realm. I just suppose you could forgive him in this realm first. Defend, please begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination. Hello. What I saw, baby. After the morning desolation, go back to my chamber, I got a notion. Don't you know my chamber's on the way to the temple treasure room? Hey hey. Any small quest that I can collect here if anyone treasure room. That's formal. Don't you have practice? Can you hear with all the practice? Even going to understand what's going on outside? Temple is grooving old building from Mother Nature's finest. You can hear a pin drop to the wooden walls, you dig? Wooden walls. And that's how Mr. Understanding could know the corporate movement. It's all thanks to the Holy Mother's divine protection. Right on, my man. I dedicate my testimony to Her Holiness. Albie was the only one. Albie was the only one. Are you sure? Hold it. How could you tell me it was Albie from the sound of some footsteps?
Albie is practically family, man. The smooth groove of his shoe are easy to pick up. But how did you know he went to the treasure room? Didn't you think it was possible he went to the storeroom at the other end of the hall? No way, man. I saw him with my own two eyes. You saw him? In the room? In the treasure room? This you can believe my first peeper in the sneaky. I'll be and tell us where is it you stood when you saw the accused if you would. When I heard the footstep, I looked out the window. It's a window. From my window I can see. I see. The window of the first floor hallway crossed the courtyard, and through that window I saw Alfie walking into the treasure room. I should have him aided. Yes, add. Will you please add this statement to your testimony, Mr. Understanding? You got it, brother. I'm gonna check some record first. Through the window I did spy a little eyeball with my own eye. April 23rd, due to growing number of theft around the temple, will be tightening security throughout. Therefore, all the hallway shutters will remain shut for today's dance of devotion. So it should be shut. Anymore? Going there? It's shut. One of them is shut. Time of death. About 1:12. When I can take the round of protection and the fate of the orb is bestowed. Black. So. Okay. Objection! There's something off about that, Mr. Understanding. My music is off. I'm sorry you feel that way, man. Maybe this why ain't topping the chart when you're from. What's your poison? Orchestra? Jazz? Soul? There's nothing wrong with my ear witness, but something not quite right with your eyes. Mr. Understanding, you've been lying to this court. Now why would I lie? I got nothing to hide. Truth and truth alone is all I sing. Lying, I all know lying ain't my thing. I contend otherwise. Do you recognize this object, Mr. Understanding? It's a temple notice, man. What of it? In the notice, the following instruction to the temple monk is written. All of the hallway shutters will remain shut for the day of devotion. What you talking about, Phoenix? I'm talking about the fact that from your chamber, you couldn't have seen anyone going to the treasure room through the shutters. God! Look like you didn't get the memo. No way, I don't believe it, man. If you don't believe me, then why don't you read the notice for yourself? Let's see, something will something for something. Is that your idea of reading? I'm not so hot at reading foreigners, man. I usually get one of the small to read tough for me, you know. Doesn't that make your duty as head monk a little difficult? Hey, cut me some slack. I only moved to this country 6 months ago. That's quite recent, isn't it? So, how did someone who only been here 6 months become head monk of that temple? How little you understand. Religious faith can't be measured in month or year. I've only been here to Parism for only 3 months myself. Oh, so short. The Holy Mother teaching really spoke to me, prompting me to stay in this country. Or was it the fact that there was no lawyer here that spoke to you? Mr. Payne, I know just how you feel, my man. Her Holiness teaching spoke to me too. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Brothers Dumb and Brother Dumber. Well, I know why Mr. Payne suddenly became believer of Brainism, but could understanding have had an ulterior motive for becoming a believer too? Mr. Understanding, were you really in the chamber as you came? What? Hey, be chill, brother. Weren't you instead somewhere else?
Objection!
Mr. Wright, what kind of nonsense are you spouting now? According to Mr. Understanding testimony, he saw Albie with his own eyes. Therefore, is it really nonsense to suggest he could have seen Albie from somewhere else? Well, do you have a theory, defense? Do you know where Mr. Understanding was? If not in his chamber, he could be lying. If he wasn't in his room, then if Albie had gone down hallway towards the church room, and there was only a few places he could see Albie from. I do have a theory, Your Majesty. Let's say the witness really did see Albie going down the church room. What then? Defense suppose the only place he could have been seen Albie going down. Here.
Take that!
Another breakthrough. There, but you just suggested earlier that that's where the true culprit might have been. True, but no matter how I look at it, this is the only place understanding could have been seen. Mr. Foreign Lawyer, don't tell me. Are you accusing Mr. Understanding of being the true culprit? Yes, indeed. Accused? Yes, Your Majesty. I contend the strong possibility that this witness is murdered.
Objection!
Objection. How dare you be so disrespectful? First you criticize her benevolence inside, now you accuse the head monk of murder?
Objection!
This is the only place the witness could have been. If he was there, he could have struck the victim down from behind and moved the body to the trash room. That's nothing but a groundless conjecture. And there's one more thing. Do you remember what was said in the opening argument? The opening argument? During the argument, it was suggested that Albie used his position as monk in training to get his hand on the treasure. That's right. What? And what of it? Well, why don't we try this twist on for size? The thief used his position as head monk of the temple to get a hold of the treasure. What? You're joshing me, man. The key to the treasure box has been passed down from head monk to head monk. What better position to be in if you want to steal the treasure? You can possibly be serious. Does this mean you claiming that Mr. Understanding owed a faith? is nothing but lie designed to get him close to the treasure. The witness haven't been truthful in his testimony to this court. So clearly, he isn't above lying. Didn't you swear to the Holy Mother that not but the truth would you bring? In light of that, I don't think it's unfair to call your faith into question. So, objection. This is ridiculous. Are there no limits to what this lawyer will say? I mean, lies is such a strong word. Maybe it's just a mistake. Hold it. Who said that? Understanding? Enough with this nervous wreck routine, prosecutor. You're just embarrassing yourself, man. What? What was that, Mr. Understanding? Lawyer man, you really are the lowest of low. You've gone and said something I can't forgive. You call my belief into question, my faith in the Holy Mother, and nobody will get away with that. Oh, become electric guitar. What on earth? That music, it making my ear ache. This is the music of my soul. Death to the lawyer. I'm the Twilight Messenger. Can you tell? Gonna take this lying lawyer straight to hell. He's dripping with lies, running with honesty. I'm gonna send this lawyer down to the guillotine. And now for something completely different. The blinking plum music just wouldn't let me express my rage. Your rage, huh? Isn't the real source of your anger having your lie exposed? You just don't get it. If I lie, because you drove me to it. All sniffing around and suspicious at throwing out false accusation. Sorry, but as a lawyer, I'm afraid that's my job. Well, lawyers are crap. Keep making noise, and I have to use my partner here on you. I'm the one making noise. Hey, so you want to know the truth, huh? Then you can handle the truth? Fine, let's see. You try. Feel the heat of my brutal death beat. Death metal. Savage, right? Sweating bullet, ain't ya? The scream of my soul are gonna make a mosh pit out of this peanut gallery. Did he really just win the crowd over with that performance? Yo, geezer, I got something to testify. Get ready for the howling of my soul. I call this chart topper soul screaming truth. Witness testimony. What soul screaming truth? The priestess dance had come to an end. To the music storeroom, my way I did went. The truth is what you dread, hear me shred. from my spot in front of the storeroom. I saw Albert in the treasure room and trailing from behind. I don't understand. I saw patrol of the LBUN. LBUN. Me and my girl, innocent and sweet, back by the storeroom can be bid. Then out when the power ticket of black ticket to midnight, blacker than blackest black, robbing all sides. Yeah, baby, let the soul metal flow. What is that music? I never heard anything like that, and it's so fast, making my head spin. This is Dark Marlin Metal. Hey yo, geezer, how those earrings? I don't know much about music, but I've got chills, and they're multiplying. Hey, you scared, lawyer man? Run away. Run away fast as you can. What a wonderful rhythm. The perfect combination for further deliberation. Now, Mr. Understanding, what did you go to the music storeroom for? Hey, I want to put my Dark Marlin away. She's my precious partner. Gotta give her a good rest after playing the Wright. But then why did you lie before? Because you sent me to hell. Huh? We all know about lawyer and the lying lawyer will win. Am I right, people? If I admit I went to the storeroom, he have drummed up a false charge on me. I didn't want to get sent into hell. What you say? It's right, that was so would have been happened. Now I see that defend culpability that I was past. You feel me crying? Yeah, you said it. Is it too much more to ask for a low-key trial? Now, are you come ready to rock or what? I can hear you. I said, are you ready to teach this lying lawyer how we do things here? Yeah! Alright, then I'm going to lay it on you one more time. The screaming truth of my soul. First examination. So screaming truth. The priestess stands, I comprehend the mercy on the stone room. That truth is what you try, hear me shred. From my spot in front of the storeroom, I saw a bird into the treasure room. But Albie say he didn't go to the treasure room.
Hold it!
How did Albie appear at the time? Come to think of it, he was glancing around all shifty like. You couldn't tell he was up to no good. Shady, I tell you. What's that saying about people who live in glass house? Well, he was about to steal the treasure, so it's only stand to reason he looked fugitive. The defendant admit he was sneaking into to see the treasure. Wouldn't that be why he was looking around? What's that, people? Only the Holy Mother know the truth, you say? That's wrong. Peace, love, and know the score, baby. From my lip to our Holy Mother ear. An artist only sings what he saw there. In other words, my reasoning isn't good enough for God boy here. And what did you see next, Mr. Understanding? Which one to press? By standard, I saw quite aware of the other pavilion. I'll be you're a man girl, innocent and sweet, but in the storeroom can be bit. Press.
Hold it!
Who's your girl? What exactly were you doing in the music storeroom? Restore the baby. There, get the picture. Picture? What picture? Mr. Understanding is because that you did not ask him the same thing over and over. You got it, right? Think about baby. But I was doing in the miserable, then I already told you, I will take care of my partner in crime, get ready to put her away. Let's see, what did you believe? Yeah. Then went out the power, darker than the midnight man.
Hold it!
Where were you when the power outage occurred? Like I said, I was in the music store room. My girl had been sounding a little off, so I had to get her back to tune. Isn't it true that you were actually in the hallway all the time? Hallway, you say? But why be in the hallway? You were waiting for Mr. to come back from his patrol of the treasure room. And now he discovered the treasure room has been stolen. You were going to kill him. Lawyer man, just as always, full of bull, spewing noxious lies and fooling the wound. Filthy liars, true and true, and I ain't never ever gonna forgive you. Other lies with no evidence, as always, his claims are just generous. Hey, nice prosecutor. I'm picking out what you're throwing down. Someone stop their jam session, please. But I only understand about half of what this guy's saying. I suppose I should press his whole statement. But I'm really not looking forward to it. And as for more, let's start from the beginning. Nope, from the beginning. This is the end of the end to the music and someone. Yes. You're saying you went to the music storeroom? But how do you know you didn't go to the treasure room and steal the treasure instead? And why wrong would you base like that accusation? I got nothing to show for it. He's right, I didn't have anything to prove. And yet, well, you can't prove that you didn't go to the treasure room either. That's bad argument. You stole the treasure and were ready to make your getaway when you saw Mr. Rowe. So you panicked and ran into the music room. Isn't that right? That is a stretch. Why do I feel like being stabbed by the icy stare from every direction? The silence is your answer, lawyer man. This audience knows the score. Just what we need, a moment of silence to bid the lawyer's faceless name goodbye. Why do they hate lawyers so much in this country? I said it before and I said it again, lawyer man. After the priestess dance, I went to the music storeroom. You made your assertion clear, defense. But your argument is rather unsustainable. That's not good. Hehehe. But so funny, please look at understanding. Nevertheless, the possibility is still there. You can't deny the witness could have been killed. The victim under cover of darkness. You're forgetting one very important thing. It seems that you have forgotten that the outage happened by chance, not design. That's right. I didn't forget that. It's not that the wisdom please plan an outage so he could take advantage of the darkness. And without darkness, it would be hard to sneak up into Mr. Roll and kill him. But if you hide in front of the storeroom, there's a breaker. You could shut down the breaker. Okay, you're right. Even I would notice something coming up behind me. Well, defense, what do you have to say? What can I say about that? Mr. Wright, your claim is complete. is completely without merit. Unless you want to argue that the witness somehow magically made an outage happen. Well, maybe not magically, but wait, that's it. I could contend the witness could have made the power outage happen with no magic necessary. What? You have a theory, defense? All he had to do is make use of something shown in the diagram. What did the witness use to break the power outage? The breaker. Take that! Take that! The witness was in the storeroom. The circuit board is on the storeroom end of the hallway. There's nothing really magical about turning off the breaker, would you say? Well, nice try, but that theory doesn't hold water, lawyer man. And why not? You're saying I turned off the breaker and then snuck out to Mr. Roan and hit him? A pitch black darkness with no source of light whatsoever. Is that what you're saying? Hahaha. With the light of the hallway is blacker than the 100 midnights. You can see the hand in front of your face. How could anybody commit murder like that? Unless it was somebody standing right in front of the victim, like the accused. I hate when he's right, but I can just let his point stand. Well, maybe the victim was just holding something to serve as a guide. Like a gun. A guide to see through the darkness. Something. That's more than a little bit, won't you agree? You ain't gonna move this room with half-baked hunch like that, bro. You gotta hit them hard. Really make them feel it, you hear? Just like my first baby, woo! Well then, I'm afraid I don't understand witness lyric very well either. But in the trial, your arguments must be clear and precise. Let's see some of the clarifying position now, defense. Sure. Can you present something that could serve as a guide? Yes, I can. Because... Oh, wait. It glows in the dark. Yeah. What could the victim been holding to serve as a guide through the darkness? This thing. Present.
Take that!
Take that! I believe the victim was holding the treasure box. The treasure box? Have you gone mad? Well, the box goes in the dark, so you could use it as a beacon. Well, I guess you're right. But why in the world would the victim be holding the treasure box? Oh well, because your guess is as good as mine. What is this lawyer talking about? Nonsense and lies yet again. Just give him death penalty already. Is there no way to win over them? Defense. Are we going to be needing those tongues shear after all? No, your majesty. Yeah man, do it. Then we can jump out to this lawyer's shriek of pain. Better get the scream and agony out, lawyer man, while you still have a tongue to scream with. I guess I better come out with reason, no pressure or anything. As to why the victim was holding the treasure box, it can easily be explained as thus. Brain, don't fail me now. What reason could the victim possibly have had to be holding the treasure box? The victim was holding the treasure box because he was dirty. What's it mean? It's an idea I just happened to stumble upon, but I think I just might have the answer, and it would turn this whole trial upside down. Hello, Defense, are you still with us? Let's hear this easy explanation you promised. Isn't it possible that it was because the victim himself was the thief? The victim? The victim's thief? What kind of bull are you spewing now? Your Majesty, this guy's off his rockers. If the victim was the thief, everything we learned so far would all make sense. And it would give us a completely new way to interpret the victim action. After the morning dance of devotion, Mr. Rowe went to the treasure room. He grabbed the box that contained the treasure and started to take off with it. But then he ran into Albie on the great stair. That's why Mr. Rowe pulled his gun on Albie. Then when the blackout occurred, Mr. Rowe was gone to death in the darkness. This explains why the victim would be holding the glowing treasure box in the dark, and how it would have been possible for someone other than the accused to kill him. Do you have any idea what you're saying? You unbelievable lawyer, man. I think you lost it. Huh. That's the craziest thing I ever heard, Ron. Trying to rule the temple, the devout believer, the pious convenist. I wouldn't allow you to disparage the victim departed soul with unfounded allegation. I hope you prepare to back up your claim. Of course, Your Majesty. Oh really, in that case, can we assume you have proof? Yes, I always have proof. Do I have any proof? But I can't back down now. Yes, I have proof. In my dreams, the proof that Mr. Ron was the thief may have been left behind on a certain piece of evidence. Very well. Let's see your evidence and be ready to stand behind it. Fingerprint? I need proof, something that would have been involved in and evidence that may still have traced evidence left behind. What proof do you have a victim has been a thief? Can I see the picture anymore? Could it be this? I want to see that. Open. Oh no, it's wrong. Oh, my life.
Take that!
The film will let you examine the treasure box. There might be trace evidence of it that it will show that the victim had held it. Might, if we got the hope, you turn out something more definitive than defense. Yes, sir, your majesty. Very well. Bailiff, bring the treasure box. This is the first time the treasure box been seen by the public eyes. Nice bloody. There you are, defense. You're free to examine it. If I don't find something now, my entire argument up to this point will be blown. Plus, there's that little matter of old tongue shear. I have to find something. I just have to. Now, to make sure that I remember how to do it, I can rotate the evidence. Nope, with mouse. I can also use with mouse. And if I ever turn too much around, I can always use the reset button to reset initial state. I better search every inch of this box carefully and examine in interest with the space. This lock, it was forced open. I don't really see anything else to know about it. So this is where the founder was, huh? I doubt there's any trace of out left behind here, although I don't really know anything about the orb, so who knows. I want to see the Mitama. There's a butterfly relief here. I've seen this same butterfly shape here, and they're all over crying. Interesting, but again it doesn't really help me prove anything. Not yet. Blood? There's a victim blood. Did blood get here when the victim was struck with this box, or did this splatter onto this box when the victim was hit by something else? I guess I can't really tell by just looking. Nothing. The lid of the box was forced open, but while the victim was holding the box, the lid must have been closed. I tried closing the lid too. Oh. Automatic lock. What? Son of a... You lock it. So? What's the big deal? I thought you can open it with the key of you that you're wearing. Yes, I can. No sweat. Then, why is there a bucket of dripping of you all over there? I think I'd like to open this box back up again. Could you lend me your Magatama key? Sure. Let's see where the keyhole is. Well, it's the Magatama key, so wouldn't it fit the hole above the Magatama mark? It doesn't work. It won't open. Whoa, would you look at that? The team might have busted the lock when they forced the box open. Really? Because I'm not so sure about that. The treasure box updated into the court before. In any case, I better take another good look. I have to find proof that the victim was holding the box. Handprint. Is this the blood stain? It showed the outline of a hand. Could this be what I've been looking for? Yes, indeed. Your Majesty, take a look at this. There's a blood stain here that outlines the shape of the hand of a hand. Really? Let me see. Oh my. You're right. Now I'm getting somewhere. I believe the bloodstain is an outline of the victim's hand as he was holding the box. What? Even as he was being struck, he held on tight to this precious box. After all, he's gone through all that trouble to steal it. The blood from his head wounds splattered across his hand and onto the box. Your Majesty, don't let yourself be taken in. It's just more of his loyalty deceit. What do you mean? Mr. Wright, where is your proof that the outline is that of the victim's hand? Either show proof or prepare to make the shear. Or you could save us all time and bite your tongue out now and submit it instead. Well then, defense, how about it? Do you have proof that the outline is of the victim's hand? Where would the proof of something like that even be? Please submit your evidence at this time. It's in the picture. What evidence show that the outline of the treasure box? Present.
Take that!
Take that. I've got it. I've got the evidence going to save my beloved tongue. Mr. Payne, despite your claim about my forked tongue, it just happened that I have proof you are required. It's right here in the crime photo. It is? Where? Defense, please point it out. Okay. But proof? What's on the blood? Present. Take that. Mr. Payne, take a good look of the victim's hand. Full of blood. See? That's blood. If we place Mr. Ron's hand inside the bloody outline, you think the blood on his hand will completely splatter? Exactly. It goes nothing. And if they do one complete splatter, it will prove my theory correct. Then, the victim really was holding the box. I am willing to bet my life on it already dead. The defense asserts the victim was the thief who stole the treasure box. You can't be serious. Yes, I can. I'll protest. There's no way that they will even match up. I said there is plenty of why. Talk about tongue carbon. Sound like he's just bit his. What's the matter, Payne? Did your forked tongue get tangled up in there? Or were you trying to submit your own tongue to the court? Why you? I can hardly believe it. Apparently, not everything out of the defense mouth is a bluff. Of course not, Your Majesty. This tongue doesn't lie. I would like to continue to use my tongue in the future too, if you wouldn't mind. He never has to know it was about bluff. No, Mr. Roll. I cannot believe it. I'm sorry, Albie. I know it's upsetting news. He must needed money more. He must have needed the money badly, probably to support his family. After all, he even gave up his dream of becoming a monk to help them. Oh. So that thing that Mr. Ronster would say to me. Albie, you will train hard and make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he says. Yeah, he was probably warning you not to end up a thief. Mr. Ron. No, just wait a moment. If the victim was a thief who was holding the treasure box, then that means Mr. Ron was holding the murder weapon when he was killed. Oh, that's very good point. It doesn't make much sense, does it? If the victim was holding the treasure box, it could have been the murder weapon, which means the real murder weapon must have been something else. The real murder weapon was something else? The blood was thought to have gotten on the box when the box was used as a weapon. But it turns out that wasn't the case. The blood splattered onto the treasure box and the victim was holding when he was struck with the real weapon. That's when what really happened. Isn't that right, Mr. Understanding? Are you insinuating that I'm the one who used this real weapon? Are you saying I'm wrong in my understanding? You got me riled up, lawyer man. I feel a song coming out. Looking for a weapon that just doesn't exist. A pathetic lawyer man dropped into the abyss. Despicable lawyer man, you make me sick. You can disappear just like a magic trick. Worthless lawyer man, done in by the weapon. For you miserable wretch, held down beckon. Yeah! I know that to remind you, defense, that your life is on the line. I know, your majesty. Yet you are prepared to risk it on a mere idea of a real murder weapon? Death to the lawyer! Death to branch woman. This is it, the moment of truth. I can't back down now. Not now. Yes, your majesty, I am. I am confident that the real murder weapon does indeed exist. That's a bold claim, Mr. Wright. Now, let us see. Let's see you back it up. Show us which piece of evidence points to the real murder weapon. Gladly. If I know which one it was. What would somebody like understanding use to bludgeon dungeons? Bludge someone? Please summon your evidence to the yeah, let us see, lawyer man. Let's see the thing that show the real murder weapon. I would like to say so cute. It's a blunt object. That one! The guitar! Present! Take that! What I'm about to present is really nothing more than a possibility. But this thin thread is all I got. Allow me to direct the court attention to this photo of the morning dance of devotion. How is it going to help you, Mr. Wright? There's something about this that doesn't sit right with me. Oh yeah? And what this something, This thing here is odd, to say the least. Listen, it's your chord guitar chord. Mr. Understanding, why is the instrument you're holding different from the one you're playing in the photo? Would you look at that? They're completely different shape. I believe you said your Dahmalan was your one and only. Well, Mr. Understanding, what do you have to say to that? I got nothing to say. Then allow me to answer it for you. They're different because one is in the photo is no longer playable in playable condition. Now, after you use it to plunge Mr. Roll to death,
Haha, my old partner wasn't doing so hot, so I brought her sister along, that's all. Not a big deal, lawyer man. Oh yeah? In that case, please submit your old Dahmalan to this court as evidence. Too bad, you're too late. I got rid of her yesterday. What? Burn her out with the rest of the trash. Ashes to ashes, baby. No! Our murder weapon. And I see more trash right here in this court that need to burn in the fire of hell. Lawyer trash. Now there's no proof to show. Oh come on, that was pathetic. Your agony can sound better than that. Where the great scream of where's the great scream of your? This can be how it ends. Objection. I think I heard enough. It seems that the defense is unable to produce the evidence it needs to prove its assertion. But your majesty, it's only because the witness destroyed it. Evidence is everything in court. Don't tell me you've forgotten the most fundamental principle of our profession. Without a sufficient proof, your claim that understanding is the murderer is no more than conjecture. That's the pain expression I've been looking for. By the way, there seems to be one more thing you're forgetting. What now? You accuse Mr. Understanding of being the thief, but the real thief turns out to be a victim. Oh, and with that, Mr. Understanding's purportedly purported motive for murder goes out the window. No. Great point, prosecutor. You tell them. If I had been there, I would have just called out rule and got the treasure back. There was any reason for me to kill him now? Was there? There's no good counter argument to that. Sounds to me like Mr. Understanding has been completely wrongfully accused. Unfortunate as it may be, I think it's time to hand down the verdict in this case. Not good, not good. Defense. I trust you understanding what you yourself will receive for taking on this case. And now you're What do I do? The murder weapon has been destroyed, and now I got no motive. Or will be convicted, and I'll lose my life too. Mr. Wright, you have wasted this good time and disparaged everything we hold sacred. We should charge you with lese majestry in addition to crime of abetting the accused. Yeah, you should pay for desecrating my good name. Bye-bye, lawyer man. Time for you to do some venting in the Twilight Realm. This guy is guilty of sin. I just know it. You must have some reason to kill Mr. Roy. But what? Come on, people. Let me hear you scream and shout. Time to take this lawyer trash out. Mr. Neck and Willet. The thing to do at the time like this is turn my thinking around. I should have been trying to figure out what was understanding motive first. I should be thinking about what kind of situation would give him a motive. Did you steal it? He said. Someone stole the treasure before.
We know that Mr. Rowe was a thief and he have gotten his hand on the box. So then why? Why in the world did he ask Alfie that question? What about the treasure box would have been from him too? Ah, Defend, what's get into you? Now I get it. Now it's all makes sense. Like, Paul Hunka, man, what you trying to say? Muttering and squealing to yourself sound like you knocked something loose upstairs. Your Majesty, please hold off your rolling just a little while longer. Don't tell me you're going to start begging for your life now. No, Your Majesty, that's not it. It's just that I have realized something really important. We've been operating under a serious misconception this whole time. A misconception, you say? That's right. A mistaken notion about the treasure box. But could this really be true? If so, there's still a lot to figure out. Very well, let's hear what you have to say. Thank you, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, this is just more of his nonsense. He's just stalling for time. This is your last chance, Defend. The second I find it is really nothing. Really is nothing. But nonsense. No amount of begging will stay my hand, understand? Yes, Your Majesty. We all know this is just going to be another one of his stupid bluff. Now then, Defend, what is this misconception you mentioned? The thing we didn't realize about the treasure is that it's gone. It's empty. What if the treasure box was already empty from the start? What? You mean there's no orb? Or there's never been an orb? Please recall that when Mr. Roll ran into Albi on the great stair, he asked the boy a question. Did you steal it? He said. Also, recall that Mr. Rowe was holding the treasure box at the time. So why then he asked Albi the question that he did? That is a bit peculiar, isn't it? No, not at all, Your Majesty. Not once you realize that by the time Mr. Rowe got into the treasure room, the treasure box was already empty. I beg your pardon. Mr. Rowe suspected that Albi had got into it first. Which is why he confronted Albi when he ran into the boy upstairs. But how would the victim have known the treasure box was empty? He didn't have any way to open it. Once a year, the victim had the duty of carrying the treasure box to the palace. He was proud. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's rite. He would have been able to tell by the weight elegant when he lifted that the box was empty. I see. Yes, as a boy he would have been able to tell, wouldn't he? Mr. Rowan most likely decided to at least steal the empty box. It's an important historical artifact in of it itself, after all. Bah! But what's your point, Mr. Wright? What does any of this have to do with Mr. Understanding? My point is this. It gave Mr. Understanding a motive to murder the victim. A motive? Mr. Understanding, keep the treasure safe is one of your duties, isn't it? So if anyone had found out that the treasure was missing, you would have been accused of incompetence. From the moment Mr. Roll discovered that the treasure was gone, his fate was sealed, because you decided then that he had to be silenced forever. But that's absurd. Can you believe stuff come out of this guy mouth? This is just a colossal joke. So then, what really happened to the treasure? It had been stolen long before this incident occurred by Mr. Peace, Love and Understanding himself. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to accuse Mr. Understanding? Your Majesty, please don't listen to these trumped-up charges. The defense is grasping.
Objection!
The treasure box can only be opened with the key of Mr. Understanding sword. Who else could have been stolen the treasure? As I said, the accused stole the treasure by force opening the box. Your Majesty, I call it a swift ruling. I call for swift ruling. I'm not ready to give my verdict yet. What? The defense has successfully presented a new possibility in this case. Yes, finally, a tiny shred of hope. Mr. Understanding, would you care to make any statement in response to the defense claim? Ah, the metal. This is all bull. My noggin is rage cage and is ready to explode, baby. Instruction Understanding, please calm yourself. I'm not going to take it. No, I ain't gonna take it. I dutifully watch over the treasure with pride. And now I'm getting accused of stealing it? This lawyer is lying scumbag. He's a lying scumbag. You better believe it. I got something to say. Open up your ear holes, sheeples. Let's rock. Death to the lawyer. The lying lawyer. Testimony? Testimony. Lying lawyer. Steal the founders or me? I did it. This lying lawyer's insult knows no limit. All this time I guarded the ore faithfully. Sacred duty to the Holy Mother, easy to see. Hands unclean, the accused did the deed. Forced the box open, no key did he need. Flying lawyers condemn him to hell, kick him, throw him into the prison cell. Alright, we now heard from both sides. Either the treasure box was forced open by accused, as the witness claimed, or Mr. Understanding opened it, as the defense claimed. Defense? This is your last chance to cross-examine the witness. Yes, Your Majesty. If you are unable to prove your assertion by the end of the cross-examination, then the DC Act will come into play and both of you and the accused will lose your life. I understand, life and death is all come to this. Mr. Wright. Don't worry, LP. I'm here to defend you. I promise it to be alright. Thank you. I believe in you, Mr. Wright. You can win this for us. And after we win, we can go see Miss Maya together. It's a deal. I can't let Algie down. I have to win this trial. Somehow, I have to prove that only understanding could have stole the treasure. Do your worst, loyal trash. This is your requiem. The last song you ever heard on this mortal coil. Cross-examination. To the founder mommy, I did it. The line is not no moving it. All this time I gathered on faithfully. Secret duty of the Holy Mother easy to see. And unclean did accuse did force open no clean press. Up. Back. Press.
Hold it!
Explain more. Definitely not supposed to open, just lie. In fact, you're the one to open it, isn't it right? Oh, good. The lock was busted on the account of being forced open. Oh, yeah. Well, that's your proof right there. Right. Look, if the accused really didn't try to force his way in the box, then how do you explain why the lock busted and would have opened up for you earlier? How do I explain the box would have unlocked maybe? There's a different way to open it. There's a different way to open the box. Huh? What are you talking about? There's a secret trick to opening it to protect its content from being stolen. And you're the only one who knows how it works, isn't that right? Are you for real? You've been watching too many movies, lawyer man. So you're one of those tourists. Honestly, Mr. Wright, did you come to expect magic and mystery around every corner? You just do a divination seance. Is magic enough? I'll have you know, defend the Kingdom of Crime is not some sort of fantasy funland. It's true I don't have any real ground to make that assertion, and yet, oh yeah, I feel another song is coming. A little number about how crazy lawyer with wild fantasy ideas. The real method to open the lock, you say, the Lulu, man, there ain't no other way. New verse. Please add to your testimony, Mr. Understanding. I can press for more. Press.
Hold it!
Delulu, am I? We'll see about that. Wild idea, that's called Delulu. Wakes up lawyer drowning in confusion. Indeed. The defense since full wrongdoing has made him lose touch with reality. Let's hear it. What there'll be for this scene of fight fancy. Nothing, because I'm not a Delulu one. I just know there gotta be some trick to opening this treasure box. I just know it. Oh really? And where exactly is this secret hidden? The secret is obviously hidden in the box. The treasure box. Oh yeah? Where on the box is the secret exactly? Well, I hadn't tried this far ahead. Definitely it's the carving. There's something going on there. Are you sure? You're sounding a little desperate, defend. Desperate? Not at all, Your Majesty. The carving the accused snuck in to see, even though it's forbidden, I might add. Witness, can you tell us anything about this carving on the box? Of course. As a head monk, I know all about them. The carving depicts Kurai's butterfly as it carried the soul of the twilight to the twilight realm. They were made in around the 7th centuries. I see. Will you please add that information to your testimony? Fine. Listen up, lawyer trash. Kurai's butterfly from the 7th centuries. Right, the Mitama. So elementary. Yeah. I want to say, is it sir? No, no, sir. Listen. Is this Magatama? Is this? Now if a mother me can open the. How about this? Odd sound during dance of devotion into English translation. Sure. When the butterfly embraced the Mitama, the favor of all is true. At the fountain. Right, hold it. I believe the butterfly design conceals some sort of secret. Oh yeah? Why don't you check it for yourself then? What the? With the smart look on his face. I think I'll just do that, Your Majesty, if I could. Nothing unusual here. Well, depends. What have you discovered? I'm afraid I haven't discovered anything, Your Majesty. Here, I'll return it now. I thought you didn't, yeah. Then the case must have something. Then, in that case, there must be some trick to the key. Now you talk about the key? Now you're suspicious of the key, aren't you? There's just no reasoning with this man. The accused forced the lock open. There's no other explanation. That's right. He desecrated the box by opening it without using the Mitama key. Mitama? I'll sing it as many times as I have to get it through your thick lawyer head. Magatama. It's another key. Only the Mitama key unlock the treasure, force it, and reap the founder displeasure. Yeah! Yeah! For the forgetful defense sake, could you please add that to your testimony? So you like this little number better, do ya? Should I have him swap? Yes. Epic change. I believe the witness just made or sang a very important statement. I would like to switch into his testimony. Very well. Witness, if you would. If I have to, carve into your brain, lawyer man. Do I press or go? I'm gonna present. Hold it. But this one is Magatama.
Objection!
Objection. Just a minute, Mr. Understanding. We just called your key a Mitama key, didn't you? Ah. But did you originally say it was called Magatama key? Ah, the Mitama key? I don't know, Your Majesty, but apparently it's rather a crucial question. What's the big deal? So I said the wrong thing. So what? Simple slip of the tongue. An A for effort, Mr. Wright, but your grandstanding betrays you desperately. I'm afraid a small slip of the tongue like that add absolutely nothing to your argument. What say you, defend? Is it important details? Yes, it is. Judging by understanding reaction, I say it's everything my argument needs. Yes, your majesty, it's very important. This key is apparently not the Magatama key, but rather the Mitama key. And I believe the discrepancy holds great significance for the defense. Nah man, it just meaningless mistake. Insignificant. You're riding a crazy thing train to nowhere, lawyer man. Your Majesty, please don't pay this defense any heed. It's all nonsense. To tell the truth, I'm not really clear on what the defense is driving at myself. However, I am eager to find out. What? Defend? You were explaining yourself like your life literally depends on it, because it does. Now then, is the name of the key an important detail? Yes, it's an absolutely important detail, I think. Because the Mitama key is connected to the Founder's Orb. I see, very well. In that case, please show the court the ground on which you are basing this claim. The ground, your majesty. You can of course show the grounds, can you not, defend? Of course, what else can I say? I have to come up with something, anything, even if it's just a bluff. Mitama key. Mitama. There have to be something somewhere that ties Mitama and Orc together. Yes, it does. Yes, they have. What evidence show the connection is from the lyric. When butterfly embrace the Mitama, the orb is bestowed. Who's that?
Take that!
What's that? The song of ceremony? All this time, all the answer right there in front of me. Right there in the song of ceremony, performed during the dance of devotion. Your Majesty, the song of ceremony tells the treasure of founder of Brainism, but hidden within its lyric. It's the secret behind how to really open the box to the treasure. The treasure box. Holy mother! Well, how can it be? Defense. The song of ceremony contains the following lyric. When the butterfly embraced the Mitama, favor of the orb is bestowed. I believe that the Mitama here refers to the Mitama key. Well, yes, it is the same word, but that doesn't mean. We've been calling the key Magatama key. And that's why I inserted the key into the lock with the Magatama design on it. But that was obviously not the right way to use it. And I suppose you know the right way? I do, your majesty. To use the key properly, you have to first flip it horizontally. You first have to flip the key horizontally. It would turn the Magatama key into Amagata key. So it's vertically. What's vertical? Flip vertically. Oops, that's right. My apologies, Your Majesty. Please disregard all of that. What you really have to do is flip it vertically. If you turn the Magatamaki shape upside down like this, they become the fire. They become the Kuraini symbol of the soul. In other words, the Mitama. Oh my, you're absolutely right. But what now? What do you do with it? It's too big to fit the lock that way. Hehehe. I know he was just bluffing. Bluff and lie are all tools of his trade after all. There must be some other place this key fits, but where? At the butterfly. Let's see, what were the words of the song of the ceremony again? When the butterfly embraced the Mitama, the favor of the orb is bestowed. Where should the Mitama key actually be? That's the butterfly. The Mitama. Got it. Oh, you're holding the with a bare hand. With blood stain. You opened the box. My goodness, the treasure box, it really opened. No way, man. What? No. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the real secret behind the Song of Ceremony, the true key to opening the treasure box. It's all over, Mr. Payne. How so? Let's say someone was fooled into trying to force the front-facing lock open. Sadly for them, it won't budge. That's because the lock is, after all, just a decoy. Then what you're saying is, neither the victim or the defendant would have been able to open the box. Therefore, they had no way of stealing the treasure. Full of this stretch. The only one who could have stolen it is the one man who knew about the Mitama key. Please, love and understanding. I'm not done yet. Please recall the scene of the crime. On the floor by Mr. Roberti was the very unlocked, very open treasure box. Only someone who knew how to open the box could have left it in that state. And so, there can only be one true culprit. Admit it, Mr. Understanding, you're the one who killed Mr. Ron. I... So dramatic. Curse him. It's all his fault. Why did he have to try to steal the treasure? Why did I have to spot him with that box on my way to the storeroom after the morning dances? It's his fault I had to cause the blackout and clock him good. I couldn't let my secret get out. Nobody could know the treasure box was empty. I lost my position as a head monk. Who knows what else they would do to me? I couldn't let... I had to. I had to stop him. Confession. But a shocking development. I can secretly believe... I can scarcely believe it. Nothing like this has haven't happened since the DC Act was enacted 23 years ago. Oh, it's not that long. It's just one generation. No, my perfect embellished record destroyed. You've been here for 3 months, dude. The incredible pain. Ruin. No. It was a week. Oh. It's a clean. No way, this can be happening. Peace. I said peace. Honestly speaking, I'm just as shocked as everyone else. But the truth has been made to known, so it's time for me to give my verdict. In the name of the Holy Mother, this court find the accused. I'll be your guide. Not guilty. The butterfly, carrying the soul of the dead. So it's his trial, not peaceful and understanding trial of death. April 24, 1:36 p.m. Oh, it's been going on since then. High Court of Cryonism accused law. There's still quite a commotion. The people from the galleries show no sign of clearing out. I can't believe it. Not guilty? I'm still in shock. Can you believe that guy? I can't believe I can feel everyone's eyes on me. This can't be happening. It's impossible. Oh, Holy Mother, preserve us. Persevere? I've never been a defendant of quite this. Mr. Wright! I'll be. Thank you. It's not what you did for me. I'm just like nothing. It was touch and go when I was there for a while. I'm really sorry, Mr. Wright. I had a really hard time trusting you. I'm not popular in this country. Allow me to assume, at least but I don't really know why. I've never been questioned about it. But when I was born, although you were born, that's what I can remember is that on a benevolence inside. Right, for the royal priestess. You would imply that the child of this country are unfair to explain outsiders how verdicts founded on truth imparted by the very soul of the dead lack impartiality. For her part, I'm sure she really believed what she said, but even with her benevolence divination seance, lawyers are still necessary. Without proper defense, people could easily wind up receiving wrongful convictions. Mr. Wright, shh. Huh? Don't say that so loud. People might think you're a rebel. You could be arrested. A rebel? That's right. One of those people going against our queen and her court system. course system. The rebel is all about correct. It's dirt. They call themselves the Defiant Dragon. It's not dirt. And they live by scary gun of the Easter. They'll do anything to overthrow her eminence, even commits crime. Dirt. I remember people in the gallery mentioned that meme. The thing you're saying sounds a lot like stuff they say. But you're not scary like that dirt guy. Pardon my intrusion. Are you dirt? You. I want to talk to you, see? Flight. Is it? It's right. Right, sir. Phoenix Wright. And you are? I'm the Chinese Minister of Justice. The name is Inga Karpul Wright. Inga Karpul. Don't know what kind. Inga Karpul Wright. I was your foolish man. I was watching the touring circus in there. You were, wow. Can you stop just watching us? Mr. I've been playing a probability Minister, Inga. How is it? Run along, meaning grown ups are talking here. Yes, sir. May I help you with something? Just want to you guys like you aren't exactly a dime in a dozen. Then tying me like I'm such a soldier in a cage. Oh yeah, and such is the most good. But I always a seasoned thief, a repeated offender. Let my man look into it and find all the wicked right there in his stakes. He's not such a nice man. Why? There's even for the more? How do you say that? That's the kind of sob story that you come involves all the others. Anyway, another thing. I had a checked out this understanding who's not the figure, is the insurgent. What? You have to squeeze on that normally. So you have to find out and try to shush. Oh, I see. Thank you for letting me say why. It was a cute little number you put in courtroom, wasn't it? It was not guilty in 50 years. Making waves, sleeps and catching my drift. Catch my drift, yeah, I'm in now. Let's do that song that's more opposition pressure getting some late wash. That's like this. I send this to if it was really nice to get this. Then on the scene, as you get my drift, you the Pino, me on those dash in the check before us steps in. What's the and keep an eye on you walking down. You never know who's might step on. You might step on. Think of this in your body. I'll get those soul in the same eye, soul anymore. That's the science of it. He's worrying about that. They're not getting doctors. You can continue to say it's single. So with the time with my other. And there's a lot more time to see. It should be the area and what the should be Alright, slow down. I'm gonna go this maybe when we done this, we can go this maybe after that. Yeah, which is okay. This is the end of chapter 1.
So, how can I help you, Dirk? I heard. Sounds like the winds of change are beginning to stir.
Three hours. Wow.